This is the Amish guy from SAWYER Sheds. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about how we make our buildings. One, this is considered the old-fashioned style building. It is a post and beam, board and batten building. So this right here is where the frame is post and beam, and we'll get into that in a moment. But let's look at the outside. So the outside is full dimensional, 1-inch thick boards that are butt together, and the batten covers the seam. This is the type of construction that's been around for probably 200 years. Taking that in mind, let's step inside. So right here we have a barn style door with this particular one has 3 hinges. Most of the other manufacturers use just a 4-inch hinge here. We use a 6-inch hinge, and if it's anything over 5 feet, we use 3 instead of 2. And then if we get up to 8 feet, we use a large strap hinge. Let's step inside. Right now, this is ready to go out on delivery. And when the guys were building this, they left these 3 boards in position so we could just knock them out when we leave. We could take them out now, the building is fine, they don't need them, but when they were setting the walls, they used these to set the walls, nice and level and straight. Okay, so let's talk about the post and beam building. This is simple post and beam, so I'm going to step back over here. A post and beam structure relies on the top rail, the middle, and the bottom. The board then is attached here, here, and here. This eliminates having to put a 2x4 every 16 on center. This is a proven design from, like I say, 2-3 centuries ago. We put gussets in the corners. Don't need to, we've squared everything up, but just an added little feature that gives it even much more strength. We make all of our trusses, and we double plate everything. You'll see also inside here is when we're laying out these trusses, everything is done 24-hour center. We then do purlins going across from end to end. You'll see this purlin here, this one, and an upper purlin. So there's 4 purlins on this. If we run that across the trusses. Again, this is locking everything together and making it super strong. And it's an option in this size building. It doesn't really need it, but we also put collar ties. So these collar ties also lock everything in, so this building is super, super strong. Another thing we did here, this is an optional feature, is we put a moisture barrier in on this particular building so that if ever they wanted to insulate, they could, and the moisture barrier would be an appropriate product for a completely finished insulated building. We use a tempered glass window. These are all aluminum, so they're never going to rust, with a screen. So these open. They have a couple different positions so that you could open your window at a certain level that you like. The floor system is a 1-inch thick as well. 1-inch thick floorboards, super strong. This board does not give. Other manufacturers, they use a plywood. We just like everything all wood. We know what the building will do. We know how strong it is. Plywood is a manufacturing product, laminating several levels together. And they can be laminated. A piece of wood, 1-inch thick, it's not laminated. It is a 1-inch thick piece of wood. It will never be laminated. The other thing as well is we do the 16 on center on this particular building with 5 runners underneath going the other way. So you have one out here, one in the middle, another one out here, and one on the end. So you have 5, and I'll show you when we go back outside. that we have 5 runners going this way. The joists are going this way. It makes it super strong. You can take a big old 3-ton car and put it in here, no issues whatsoever, as long as you have a nice crushed stone base underneath this building. It's perfect. It'll take a ton of weight. This particular one, the customer designed it so he had 6-foot opening doors, a window on either side. That seems to be popular, but as well, we can go ahead and put gable end doors. This is the gable end of a building. So when you see the A-frame, or if it's a gambrel, the end of the building is called the gable end. So over here, if they didn't want doors there, they could put the doors wherever they want. On the gable end, on offset on the side. If they want double doors at each end so they can drive right through, we do that. So we basically customize the building to the customer's needs and at a nominal charge. We're not a cookie cutter company. Every single one of these buildings is built by hand. Let's go on outside. So over here, you'll see that all of our buildings, and if we do a little pan around, you'll see all of our buildings have metal roofs. And there's a reason for that. The metal roof will probably last 100 years versus a asphalt roof, which could within just a few years start growing moss on them. They immediately start to deteriorate once they're out in the weather. I've had issues with my own home. The asphalt cracking within 5 years is starting to deteriorate. I'll never put an asphalt roof on a house again, but we're building, sheds, garages, and custom buildings here. Everything gets a metal roof, unless the customer insists that he wants a roof that will only last 20-30% of the time that this metal roof will last. So that's very important. It comes in 20 different colors as well. So again, we're going to take a look here. Underneath our building is our 4x4s, and these are real 4x4s. They're not 3.5 by 3.5. So if you take a look here, you're going to see that there's 5. There's 5 runners underneath this building. So that is tremendous strength underneath. So you've got 5 going the opposite direction of the joist in the building. So that given, you have a very, very strong building. Another thing we do is we tech lag all of our runners. Our tech lag on the inside of the building, where the partitions come together, there is a 6-inch twisted spike driven in to hold that partition, and then 6-inch spikes along the outer wall to hold everything in place. Nobody does that in the industry. I will show you those in the video. We'll take a separate little shot of those. But these are the things that we do that other companies don't do. So again, I just want to say that we're far apart from anybody else as far as quality goes. We're way ahead as far as strength goes, and we don't skimp on anything. There's all kinds of details here that we can fine tune, and I can tell you we use diamond plate thresholds. In fact, we'll go back and just take a quick look. Here's the diamond plate threshold. We have several different latch options. This happens to be the key handle with a key lock. We also can put a drop latch on here. So there's a variety of different ways. Some people would like to padlock their building, then we'll do a drop latch. The main thing is we're doing things stronger and better than what's needed. We exceed what the building would be just fine as. We exceed everything along the way. that would give you a very strong building. That was featured in a video. Cute little building with a lot of design to it. It has a little front porch. It has an addition built in on the backside. This could be modified as well to have a double door, maybe to run your garden tractor in. But on this particular one, you have a different layout on the inside where you could keep part of it as a little workshop, another part for storage for your garden tractor and so on. Or you just hang out, you know, maybe a little section for your garden tools and so on, but hang out in the other section. Have a little outdoor, out in the backyard, little office or a little workshop. There's just our basic standard storage shed. This one is 10 by 12, and then there's another one 12 by 20. All these are going out to customers. They've all been ordered. Sometimes we get a little artistic, and I've started this building but haven't finished it. It's got a round door, and the ironwork on that was done by a local blacksmith. So we can do just about anything.